All right, so let's start with my tablet not wanting to respond to me. There we go. Looking at a couple of these equations, okay? We're solving equations with rational exponents. And you'll see that we have our variables raised to our fractional powers. The very first step is to get that variable with the exponent all by itself on one side of the equation. With question number 1, is that variable all by itself with the exponent? Yes, okay. So then the second step is to raise both sides to the reciprocal power. What is the reciprocal of 1/3? 3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise both sides of this equation to the third power. Again, the goal is to get it to be x to the first power. That's what the reciprocals do to each other. 1/3 times 3 is just 1, right? Because remember, power to a power, we multiply those exponents. So that gives me x to the first power equals 9 to the third. We're just going to simplify and solve. What is 9 to the third power? 9 times 9 is what? 81, and 81 times 9 is 729. Okay. And then you're just going to do your mental check. Does 729 raised to the 1/3 power equal 9? You can check that in your calculator even. Take 729, raise it to your 1/3 power. Does it give you 9? It does. Okay. So therefore, that is going to be the answer. So go ahead and try 2 then. Same concept. You want to get the variable and the exponent all by itself on one side of the equation. Then you want to raise both sides to the reciprocal power. Then you want to simplify and solve. And then just do your check, even if you do the check in the calculator. Is my variable by itself? Okay. What is the reciprocal of 1/2? 2. So when I multiply 1/2 times 2, that's just going to give me x to the first. And then what is 4 squared? 16. And then just, again, you can check it in your calculator. Plug it in. 16 to the 1/2 power should equal 4. If it doesn't, then we can't use it, but it does. So that is the answer. Is everybody kind of okay with this?
The one you got the variable, like x to the 1/3, x to the 5. The r is x1,
When you multiply, yes, when you raise it to the reciprocal, yes, it will always be x to the first. All right, let's take a look at this one. So you've got x to the 2/3 power equals 4. Remember, the first step is to get that variable all by itself with the exponent. Everything else on the other side of the equation. Is that already done for me? Okay. Then I need to raise both sides to the reciprocal power. What is the reciprocal of 2/3? 3/2. So I'm going to do that on both sides. When you raise it to the reciprocal power, remember these exponents multiply to give you just x to the first. And then I have to remember my rational exponents. What root of 4 do I want to take? The square root. The bottom number is the root we take. And then we're going to raise that to the numerator power. Remember here. Whoops. That's the root that we take. That number is the power that we raise it to. And so I'm going to take the square root of 4, which is 2. I'm going to raise that to the third power, which gives me 8. And then again, you can just check by plugging it in. 8 to the 2/3 power. You can do that in your calculator. Does that equal 4? Yeah. Okay. Now, for some reason, we always have, or I always have people that make mistakes on this next one with the reciprocal. All the reciprocal is flipping the number upside down. It does not change the sign. So if my exponent is negative, its reciprocal should also be negative. Okay, is my variable all by itself? Yes. All right, my exponent right now is -2. The reciprocal of that is going to be a -1/2. Okay, why am I putting the negative at the top? Because we can't take a negative root of something. We're always going to raise it to a negative power. Okay, because that is negative, we have to make sure our reciprocal is also negative. Otherwise, it doesn't give me x to the first. It gives me x to the -1. Again, -1/2 times -2 gives me x to the first. What root of 49 am I going to take? The square root. And then I'm going to raise that to the -1 power. What is the square root of 49? Okay. And then 7 to the -1 power is just 1/7. And then you can always do the check in the calculator. Put the fraction 1/7 in the calculator, raise it to the -2 power. It should give you 49. If you're not sure how to do that in the calculator, I can show you. Mm-hmm. Hit the numerator first, so hit 1, and then hit your fraction. Everybody good? Anybody have any questions? Everybody's awfully quiet for it Halloween. All right, let's take a look at number 5, and then I'm going to let you try 6. Now this time I have some parentheses, and inside those parentheses I have x plus 1, and then my exponent is on the outside of the parentheses. Can I get rid of that 1 right now? No, it's got the exponent attached to the outside of the parenthesis. So right now, my variable with the exponent attached includes all of this. Okay, so that is all what has my exponent attached to it. So it is all by itself. Even though we're going to have to solve for x in a little bit, we need to get rid of the exponent first. So what we want to do is we want to raise both sides to the reciprocal power. What is the reciprocal of 2/3? 3/2. Okay. So what that's going to do, those two are going to cancel out, leaving me with just the stuff in the parentheses. Whoops. I wrote that wrong, didn't I? I was like, well, that's not going to work. Try that one more time. 3/2, sorry. What root of 4 do I need to take? Square root. And then I need to raise that to the third power. And I need to do that part before I subtract the 1 over, okay? I have to know what that number simplifies to be. What does 4 to the 3/2 power simplify to be? What is the square root of 4? 2. And then 2 to the third power is 8. And then to finish solving that for x, I just subtract the 1, yep. And so I'm going to get x is equal to 7. And again, you can do your check in the parentheses. 7 plus 1 is 8. Does 8 to the 2/3 power equal 4? It does. Go ahead and try 6 then, please. What did you guys get? Okay, what am I going to raise both sides to? To the 3/4 power. So that's going to give me x equals, I'm taking the 4th root of 16, and I'm raising that to the 3rd power. 4th root of 16 is 2. 2 to the 3rd power is 8. You plug it back in. 8 to the 4/3 power does equal 16. These easier than yesterday's? A little bit, yeah. Yeah. We're going to skip 8. Hold on, let me just look at 9 real quick. Okay, yeah. We're going to skip 8. We're going to do 7 and 9. I want you to try 7. Remember, I need to get that term with the exponent by itself first. I just don't remember which one it was. What should I do first on this one? Move the 2 over. Yep, I'm going to add the 2 over. So I get x plus 1 to the 3/2 power is going to equal 27. Now what do I raise both sides to? Yeah, 2 over 3. So that's going to be x plus 1. And then I'm going to take the cube root of 27 and raise it to the 2nd power. What is the cube root of 27? 3 squared is 9. And then I just subtract that 1 over, and you guys got what? 8. Okay, and again, you can plug it back in. I'm not giving you any, though, that aren't going to work. I'm just going to tell you that. Not with these, anyway. With the radicals, yes, but with these, everything we do is going to work. Because I'm not going to give you any of that factor. Try to keep it simple. Everybody good? Got one more. You can call it 8 if you want to, since we're skipping 8. Now remember that x has to get all by itself in this one. What's in front of that x that we haven't dealt with yet? The 3. So that's going to disappear too before you raise both sides to your reciprocal power. be able to get that x to the negative 1/3 power by itself, what should I do first? Yep, we're going to subtract the 6 over. So I'm going to 21. Okay. My x is still not all by itself, though, so what do I have to do now? Divide by the 3 that's in front of it. Yep. So that's going to leave me with x to the negative 1/3 equals 7. Now, what is the reciprocal of negative 1/3? A negative 3. So we're going to raise both sides to the negative 3rd power. Those multiply to give me just x to the 1st. What do I do with that 7 to the negative 3? It becomes 1 over 7 to the 3rd, right? And what is 7 to the 3rd power? Yeah, no. 343, sorry. 7 times 7 is 49, times 7 more is going to be 343. So we get the answer 1 over 343.